Today on Dusty Vision Radio, we are going to discuss one of my favorite rap groups in West Coast hip-hop history, South Central Cartel.
The South Central Cartel has signed up as Def Jam's newest West Coast rap act.
South Central Cartel are one of the first West Coast rap groups that I fell in love with. The first song I ever heard from them was a song called South Central Madness.
Only got 3 words to say. South Central Madness.
Up until then, I hadn't really heard a group spit like that. They had a female on the song that was fire.
A city, so much potential. Living in Central is strictly all mental.
They had this Mexican cat who was spitting some real stuff.
I'm trying to deal with the madness. Mexican gangster born with a badness.
It was definitely something new to my ears. South Central Cartel were pioneering it. They were groundbreaking. And today, we're going to give them their flowers.
I know everybody know about South Central Madness. It was that first album that came out on, you know what records. I think I forgot the name of it, but we moved on and we coming with that whole new flavor, you know what I mean, for the 94.
I've had the chance to interview several members of South Central Cartel. I'm going to play clips from those interviews and do a little commentary in between. So kick up your shoes, relax your feet, fire one up, pour something up, and let's take a ride to South Central Los Angeles. First off, let's talk about the beginnings of South Central Cartel.
There's 2 Havocs. One Havoc is the mouthpiece. He was at my sister's house. He was with her, trying to get with her, and I walked in with a briefcase full of raps. Dude seen me with the raps, you know what I mean, and was like, man, what's in the briefcase? He didn't know what was in the briefcase. I'm like, man, I rap. This is a damn whole bunch of raps in here. And so he was like, man, you rap? And then, you know, he started giving me the spiel about his pops being Squirrel.
Okay, from Shout Out. Okay.
You know, and then he can plug some things up. And he did plug some things up. He was a man of his word, connected me with a nice guy, producer named Jamarama, Chris Jamarama Johnson, which I learned how to produce from this guy.
Okay.
A lot of my, you know, what I learned was from this guy. And, you know, he did everything he said, man. Long story short, you know, we did what everybody else was doing. We did the music, you know, we was finna release it on ourselves, sell it out, put it out ourselves and sell it out the trunk.
Right.
And, you know, before we could put it out ourselves, a deal happened. You know, Havoc met a guy named Willie James.
Willie James, okay.
Willie James plugged us up with Pump, Quality Records, Russ Regan, and them, and blah blah blah. History from there. And Havoc did what Havoc did. Havoc was the business. When me and Havoc met, you know what I mean, I was fresh from drama. Like, you know, I was hustling in the streets and shit, and you know, and getting in trouble, and I didn't really want to do that no more. Right? So Havoc was like, look, Prod, I'll get the spot. You go do the music. Same shit like Eazy-E and Dr. Dre. That same situation, right? Okay. Prod, you go do the music, I'm going to take care of everything else, right? I'm the one that started the group. Okay. You know, me and Havoc was doing the Havoc and Prodigy thing, and I went to Havoc one day, and I was like, man, we should start a group, because it seemed like something finna crack, right? Okay. Havoc was like, okay. Well, he said he wasn't with it, but I mean, he told me okay, so let's leave it at that. He told me, okay, Prod, let's do it. So I heard him say because he had respect for me, he did it. Okay, so I'll take that. We did it. All my homies, I called all my homies that I knew was singing. You know, LV was singing. I met you know, I knew LV from the hood. He used to be on the corner, blowing, you know, like when I was into the shit. I'm standing in the yard and I'm hearing somebody blowing. Stevie Wonder, Part-Time Lover. Part-Time Lover. Yeah, that. Dude walking down the street, blowing it. I'm like, dude, you go. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, dude, I rap, man, and when I do this, I'm coming back for you. Right. Okay. So I came back for him. One of the DJs I was with the whole time, you know, a dude named DJ Chaos. Me and him was already from the beginning. And then my cousin Havoc the Rhyme Son, which is a rapper. So you got Havoc the Mouthpiece, who was the one that was doing the business and talking on certain intros. He called himself the West Coast Flavor Flav. So like the hype man. And then you had me, Prodigy, and you had Havoc.
This is why I remember my brother doing his own thing. Like before South Central Cartel, a lot of people don't know Big Pride had an album out already. You know what I mean? A solo, like Big Pride was getting endorsements from Top Gold, Patrick Ewing dudes. It was like he was already solid in the game. And I just remember at one point, my brother just stopped doing what he like his mission, his solo endeavors. And I just remember everybody started coming around, and now it really wasn't no group out of it. I remember them going through levels of shit. Before SEC, it was Mafia Style. Before Mafia Style, it was Dope Def and Killer G. It was, you know what I'm saying? It was PhD. It went through so many trials and tribulations. When I remember we were staying in Compton at this time. You know what I mean? In Kelly Park Hood. And I think my brother just decided he needed to handpick what like tone it down, like just like right now with everybody in preseason playing on football and shit. But once preseason over, they finna break that roster down. Out of 90, you finna get what's left. They finna tone it down to what they really need to move forward. And around that time, he did that. And I just remember being a young nigga wanting to be down, and they would never let me be down. So I would sit outside and just listen to him record, man. And I remember that. I remember the SEC forming. I remember the songs that the people never heard. I remember the shit that I'm that fly on the wall, bro, when it comes to SEC, man. Because I was there from the beginning, even when I wasn't part of the group. I'm in junior high at this time or whatever, and just going to school and people knowing that like that's my brother. Or they seen me in a video, like being in a video with them as a kid, and then go to school and everybody like, oh man. And it's just like, damn, how so many. They was like, just everybody would tell me like, that's my favorite group. That's my favorite group. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it was just like, damn, like, wow, like that's my brother. That's my cousin. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? It was just trippy because you become famous in a sort of way. You know what I mean? Yourself. Just going to school, man, and they fame was really introduced to me by me going to school, because I never really seen them as famous niggas because I was there. They that's my family. So I looked at them as growing, when they fame hit or we never looked at them as stars. But going to school, it showed me how everybody else looked at them.
Another fun fact about South Central Cartel is that if it weren't for West Coast acts like them, Warren G, J.O. Felony, Montel Jordan, if it weren't for acts like them signing to Def Jam Records, Def Jam, by most accounts, would have went under. They would have been out of business. The West Coast literally saved Def Jam Records.
When we done this new album, Russell Simmons let us go in the studio and do exactly what we wanted to do. He didn't come in there and have nobody overseeing us of nothing. We went in there and we done the album that we wanted to do, and he loved it. So if Russell Simmons love our album, then we doing something right.
I introduced myself, I bust. I kill it, man. I think I went for I don't even know how long I went for. I think I just zoned out and just went, man. And I killed it. After I killed it, Russell Simmons called my brother back at home, because Russell Simmons was listening. We was on promotional tour, so the record companies was monitoring everywhere we went. He called my brother, like, man, who is that? Because I never met Russell. Russell had never knew who the fuck I was. I was nobody. So Russell called back, was like, man, who was that freestyling on the radio? Pride tell him, man, that's my little brother. That's Young Prodigy. Russell like, I want to sign him. Tell him he got a deal when he get home. You feel me?
Damn.
Now, I get home, I got a record deal. Simple as that, man. Signed my second deal on Def Jam at 17. Yeah. I was the only, pretty much, I don't know too many other niggas who signed 3 deals on Def Jam. You know what I'm saying? Before they 20s. When I signed to Def Jam was still was the shit. About the time when SEC dropped In Gats We Trust, I was already signed to Def Jam. I was working on my record. Pretty much almost finished with my record. SEC drops In Gats We Trust. Russell Simmons tell him, put Young Pride on the album. To, you know what I'm saying? So we can drop. Basically, that was I would have piggybacked off In Gats We Trust, and bam, y'all got Young Pride. In the process, I think Def Jam had went through something with Sony. You know what I mean? And they switched over to Sony to Universal, or Universal to Sony, whichever way it went. And that had put, you know what I'm saying, SEC in a fucked up situation. But it didn't really happen until after I signed. I think, you know what I mean, I was 2 deals in. By then I was Young Pride solo, and we had the Evil Side deal, which was me and Scheme. Scheme came out on G's on the Move with Pride Mill. See, Russell Simmons was like when it came to our camp. That's how I see it. Now, you know what I mean? When he heard somebody that was dope and it was worthy, Russell Simmons snatched him up, and he snatched Scheme up. Like, bam, you know what I'm saying? Like man, and when he snatched Scheme up, he came up with some idea that, put Scheme and Young Pride together, let them do a record. That way that catapults Scheme in. I come off the SEC, then we drop Young Pride. Scheme come off the Evil Side, then they drop the Scheme album. You know what I mean? So shit was just set up, man. But then once business started taking change of I guess distribution, you would say. Shit got caught up. Russell Simmons sold his part of the company or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And we really didn't have too much backing besides Russell Simmons at Def Jam. We had a couple of guys, Mike Kaiser, John Stockton, these people who really looked out, you know what I mean, for us. But other than that, we didn't really have no backing, man. We was West Coast, and we was on, you know what I'm saying? We was on the East Coast label. There's no other way to cut Def Jam. They're East Coast label. It was a great place to be. You feel me? As an MC, I felt very at home. You know what I mean? Being in Def Jam, that's where the greats come from.
Yeah.
You feel me? But being image-wise, understanding who we are wise, accepting the personality wise, because East Coast and West Coast cats got 2 different personalities, and 2 different ways of going and doing things, and that's it. SEC didn't blend with Def Jam culture. It wasn't just Warren. Yeah, Warren had the biggest album, but we can't forget Domino. Domino went double platinum. Montel Jordan went double platinum over there, bro. This was the Def Jam West. You feel me? Had BG Knockout and Gangsta Drace over there, man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The Twins, they went gold to platinum, man. You know what I'm saying? Damn. It's like it was the West Coast itself was a revitalization at that moment. The whole West Coast integration. J.O., you know what I'm saying? Was Def Jam West. The whole integration of what the West Coast did had revitalized Def Jam.
Yeah.
We was all hot artists. Only reason why this shit, I mean, you don't get the longevity out of a lot of it because you got a bunch of A&Rs who really don't know what to do with this sound. Don't forget about Moke and Steph.
That's right.
They was over there, bro.
The female group.
Why Envy was over there, bro. It was groups. Bomb ass groups that was popping back then. Def Jam West. You feel me? Richie Rich was Def Jam West, bro.
Something about the West Coast. Yeah.
Come on, man. Yeah, look, man. It Def Jam, though. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's like that part of Def Jam, and we brought life. That was life, but people don't know that. Look how you can mention, when I say a name, you come up with their singles. You know, that was valid.
Off top.
But we don't get that. We don't get that respect, bro.
I'm glad you cleared that up, man. Yeah, I'm glad you cleared that up.
And I don't hear a lot of and no bullets at nobody, but the West Coast niggas who were on Def Jam don't speak on that. They speak on it individually, like they're individually, but together it's the reason why they kept signing motherfuckers. Because if these West Coast groups would have been felon, they wouldn't have signed so many West Coast artists.
You guys all know Coolio's Gangster Paradise song, right? Sing it with me. Been spending most our lives living in a gangster's paradise. I've been spending most our lives living in a gangster's paradise. Tell me why. All right, I'm gonna knock it off. But did you know that the dude who sang the chorus for that song, a guy by the name of LV, was an original member of South Central Cartel?
Well, at the time, you know, when we did our last Def Jam album, LV was with that Coolio thing. So LV was the guy.
Right.
He was on Sky High status.
LV was the OG. He was the OG before Nate Dogg.
Man, he was the first. I heard him say, you know, LV was the first singing on a gangster rap.
Right.
You know, I mean, far as
Male.
inside the group.
Right.
Inside the group.
Right.
You know, he was the first part member that was a singer in a gangster rap group that I could think of. I can't think of. And then Nate Dogg came and shut the shit down.
Right.
You know what I mean? But LV was doing it before that.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I want to make sure y'all understand. Coolio was on LV's Gangsta's Paradise.
So it was LV's
Coolio song. That's LV's song.
Yeah,
Just politics. Honestly, that was Big Pride in LV, but Big Pride turned it down. He felt Coolio would have been a better match. At that moment, he seen something greater with Coolio and LV and let that be. Only real niggas do that, bro. Only real niggas give opportunities and let other people shine where they will be better off shining at.
Yeah.
But that was LV's song, bro. It's just, you know, it's one bad taste in my mouth about that. And I'm just an honest cat, you know what I mean? It ain't nothing against nobody. People take it how they want to take it. I just didn't like the way when my nigga won a Grammy, he ain't say shit about SEC. That always hurt me. That's gonna always hurt me because it's something you can't repeat. You can't fix that.
Havoc and Prodigy were two of the main guys from South Central Cartel. While they were on the West Coast doing their thing, another group got wind of their names, Havoc and Prodigy, and weren't too happy about it. Havoc and Prodigy. Where else have we heard that name? Havoc and Prodigy. Where else have we heard those names? That's right. The other Havoc and Prodigy are from the legendary group Mobb Deep.
Anyway, we down there for Jack the Rapper. It was around 92, 93, right when the album came out. Okay. For Juvenile Hell. So we out there, we chilling, whatever. We used to
I heard this story before.
We used to with Lil Dap, and you know the group home, Malachi, Nutcracker, Lil Dap, Premier, Guru. That was like our team. So we all together chilling out there, whatever. We getting drunk, whatever, chilling, hanging out, whatever. So now I see these dudes. Now I heard about these dudes, the South Central Cartel. Yes, I heard about them. I seen them in the magazine one day. I'm like, Havoc and Prodigy in the magazine, like months before Jack the Rapper. Seen these niggas. So now we drunk at Jack the Rapper. We got our you know the little weapons we had on the cover of the album?
Yes.
The little sticks with the fucking knife at the end?
Yes.
We walking around with these shits. So now I see these niggas. I'm like, yo, that's the niggas right there. So I told Premier, and I said, yo, I'm gonna step to these niggas, right? Niggas, I'm like, yo, what's up? What's your niggas' name? Yo, Havoc and Prodigy. I said, no, that's us, yo. Mobb Deep, we Havoc and Prodigy right here, yo. That nigga stole our name for, yo. Oh, nah, it ain't like that, man. It ain't like that, man. Y'all just the East Coast or we the West Coast Havoc and Prodigy. I said, no.
What a coincidence. There was a Havoc and Prodigy on the West Coast and a Havoc and Prodigy on the East Coast. But how did this happen? Here is Havoc, the mouthpiece from South Central Cartel, discussing the situation with Mobb Deep that led to them meeting face to face at a music conference.
First of all, before all of this occurred, we received documentation from, at the time, was Havoc and Prodigy, right? Saying that we stole their name, right? Havoc and Prodigy. But remember, me and Prodigy has been Havoc and Prodigy since like 87, 88. You follow me? And me and Prodigy had a record called Living in a Crime Way. It was Havoc and Prodigy before we was going to and got the SEC deal. Check in to the hotel at the Marriott, and Prodigy and all them was outside with the West Coast was deep that year, so we was all congregating outside by the door. So I said, well, let me go get the keys to the room right quick. And two little bitty young dudes, probably maybe that tall, right, run up on me because I got on a linked chain and had a big Havoc on it. Big Havoc, you know, gold plate. You know, I'm a pretty boy, I want to have all the jewelry, you know what I'm saying? So I was jewelried out. And they sweating me about the name Havoc. Said I stole your name. You stole my name. You stole my name.
Yo, y'all gotta change our name, man. Nah, man, ain't no beef, ain't no problem, man. You know what I'm saying? We just y'all the East Coast, we the West Coast. They kept saying that shit.
When I'm looking, right, I got my lopes on, so I take my lopes off and like looking like, damn, these is like kids to me. You follow me? And so I said, nigga, I ain't stole shit. Nigga, I'm getting, you know. And right when that happened, Guru
from Gngstas.
Gngstas. Pull up on him. And did some shit, you know, and calmed the little nigga
situation down. Okay.
Right, real quick.
Okay.
Cause he seen me getting hostile.
You remember Jack the Rapper when we used to go to that sway?
Yeah.
I think it was the one in Atlanta. We go there, and they were upset about South Central Cartel having the same name as Prodigy and Havoc. So we're in the lobby, and they're walking around with no shirts on, looking like they're 12 years old with Hennessy in a little Hennessy glass, and looking underage. And they run into each other, and they start saying, "Yo, motherfuckers, those are our names. We Prodigy and Havoc." And South Central Cartel like, "You, Mobb Deep," and they were going at it. I had to get in between them and give them the logical solution to the whole thing. I said, first of all, y'all are Mobb Deep, and Prodigy and Havoc is your handle name. I said, y'all are South Central Cartel, and your Prodigy and Havoc, those are your handle names, so y'all are not called that as the name of your group. I said, Dr. Dre don't be having beef from NWA with Dr. Dre from MTV Raps, and they were like, yeah, you're right. All right, it's all good. And next thing you know, we got all drunk together, smoked together, and had a blast. They became friends.
Did you and Guru know each other, or he just knew something was not right?
He just was a good nigga, rest in peace.
Yeah,
I got love for him to this day. Him and his brother Godfather, I love them. You know what I mean? Because instead of letting it progress and try to jump on with them on me, because I was by myself. And so I felt like I gave him major respect because he, you know, said they're young and whatever. And, you know, me being who I am, I'm not, you know, if you can be real with me, I can be real with you. So that got squashed right then and there. So that was my encounter with them. I had some thing where they was about to fight.
I give it to those little young dudes. We was in Atlanta, and them little dudes approached us. You know, me and my boy Havoc, standing in the hotel lobby chilling, and 6, 7 little dudes walk up on us like, Prodigy, I want to introduce you to Prodigy. Youngsters, little kids, basically young dudes.
But how old were they back then? Can you recall?
Man, they had to be 15, 16.
Oh, like that?
Yeah, little dudes.
Junior high school dudes.
If they wasn't, they was just some little niggas.
Wow.
They look like little kids to me.
I never met them before, so I don't know.
They look like little kids, and they walked up. They walked up on us.
7 deep.
Niggas had balls. You know what I mean? They walked up on us, and you know we sitting, and I'm like, I had heard of Mobb Deep or Havoc and Prodigy because they had something in the Source magazine, and one of my folks had hit me up like, man, you seen this?
Wow, okay.
But dude, we already doing our shit. SEC popping. So I seen it, and I'm like, man, oh, really? Damn, they got the same name as us, but we already on our way. You know what I mean? So I'm not tripping on it, man. I kind of shrugged it off like, I don't know nothing about these dudes. And I kept on, you know, we was cracking. We was cracking before Mobb Deep.
Okay.
So we kind of, and you know, when the drama happened, Guru from Gangstar grabbed me and Havoc and walked us in another direction. Premier grabbed the Mobb Deep dudes.
Okay.
And it was like, that was how that ended.
That was on Jack the Rapper, right?
Jack the Rapper.
Man, I miss Jack.
The group Gangstar.
Wow.
Because it probably would have, I don't know, we couldn't have did nothing to them little, they was kids. Them little niggas walked up with the little swords, the little curved sword things, all them little niggas had those things. But the point of the matter was they was little bitty dudes. You know, they was little dudes. And I'm not even that tall, but they was a nice amount smaller than me. So I'm like, man, dude, it would have been bad. It wouldn't have been a good day. You know what I mean? We wasn't nervous or nothing because they was kids. You know, but anyway, that was that.
They wasn't talking crazy, did
they? They didn't. Neither one of them didn't say one word. It was their friend, one of their homies that introduced them.
Always get started.
And nobody said nothing, but the way they was acting was kind of like, like they wanted some drama a little bit.
Okay.
You know, but it didn't happen.
That's a good thing,
You
man.
know, Gangstar Guru came in between. They was talking a little shit. We was talking a little shit. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But nothing really turned in. And then later that night, we was both upstairs in some suite, some party, chilling.
Okay.
Same room. It ended up being y'all just gonna do y'all thing over there. We gonna do our thing over here, and that's that. And then years later, my homie 40 Glock ended up being with Mobb Deep. You know, he was up with them dudes. I knew 40. I produced most of 40 Glock first album, so I knew the dude.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it was like at the end of the day, I was like, man, 40, hook us. You know, we want to sit down and talk to them. But 40 was like, it ain't nothing to talk about. You know, like it ain't really nothing to talk about.
Okay. All right.
You know, so that was it.
Tupac was close friends with members of South Central Cartel. So much so that Havoc the Mouthpiece was present when Tupac had the infamous situation with the Hughes brothers, the guys who directed Menace to Society. Let's listen to Havoc tell the story.
I took Pac to the Spice One video, Trigger Gas No Heart. He was leaving the studio and Spice had the last verse, so I was going to pick Spice up. And I took him to the video and found out that he didn't know about it and he was looking for the Hughes brothers.
I was supposed to be a minister to society, right? I went and everything. They got the deal because of your boy. You know, they was my niggas. They used to do all these videos for me. They was the niggas that was talking that you should help your black brother shit, and I helped they punk ass. You know what I'm saying? And was helping them all the way. They got a little movie deal, tried to act white on me. You understand me? And thought I was gonna choose a career before I choose my motherfucking principles, my manhood. So I said, okay, cool. Fire me from this $100,000 movie. Because I ain't gonna play no gangbanger who's a Muslim. There ain't no such thing. I refuse to play parts that don't exist. I will be a young nigga, but I will be a real young nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna make me different than all these niggas that's taking parts. Then I leave, they fire me over the air on TV, on MTV. They say Tupac fired for threatening the director. What really happened, let me tell the world. I said, you acting like a bitch. He said, you acting like a bitch. I said, well, goddamn, if I'm a bitch, smack a bitch. You feel me? He said, well, if I'm a bitch, smack a bitch. And I stepped towards him. You feel me? But he a bitch. That's real. And I ain't. That's real. And I met the motherfuckers at the Spice One video for Trigger Got No Heart. And as sure as Spice One was singing how the Trigger had no heart, Tupac has no heart. What's that say? Heartless. And I beat the motherfucker down. I threatened. I said, both y'all out the car, we about to box. His brother, his twin brother, got out and started running. That's on my mama. He ran. Fling, twins. He ran. Boom. The other brother got out, started talking shit. He walked away. I socked his punk ass and started throwing things like I'm born to box. The partner he had with him started begging me to stop beating him up, but I kept beating his punk ass up. Then, instead of fighting me like a G, he ran. Now, I can't help it if some niggas that was on the scene beat his ass for running. That was something separate. You understand me? And I can't help it if they were screaming thug life as they did it.
We was at Larry's studio on Santa Monica. Ice, Pac had just did his verse. Ice-T was actually in the booth when I said I'm finna go get Spice, because 8 was on his way and he was shooting the video of Straight Up Menace the next day.
The brother, Albert, he ran. He didn't want no. As soon as he seen it, he just started jogging. He like, I don't want none of this energy right now. So he started running toward Franklin and off in LA. I think it was he started running toward the 101 freeway. And I ain't seen him since.
Where I went to after one brother was all beat up and all of that, and I asked him, why you leave your brother? Why you run and leave your brother? If me and my brother was in a fight, right, and a bunch of dudes come around here right now, and then one of us is finna run and go nowhere. We gonna get back to back, and we gonna take our ass whooping together. Yeah. Period. I don't give a period. No disrespect to how that happened, but I'm saying what me and my brother would have done.
I beat up the directors to minister to society. Let me tell the whole world.
All right, tell them why you did what you had to do.
These chump, punk, slump, you know what I'm saying?
You'll have a chance to come here and rebuttal.
No, they won't. They better come now. Check this out. They fired me, but did it in a roundabout punk snitch way. So I caught them on the streets and beat they behind.
Before we continue, I'm going to ask you guys to hit that like button. Go on and smash it up. Smash that like button for your boy. I would really, really appreciate it. And if this is your first time joining the channel and you like what you hear so far, hit that subscribe button.
we would go on tour, certain places, it would be shit. I know we was in Louisiana one time, and it got a little tense.
Okay.
We was in Arizona. Oh, we had a serious situation in Sacramento. You know, we did a concert there, and us, Brother Lynch Hung, and E40 in the Click.
Okay.
So, you know, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't know shit about Sacramento.
Okay.
I didn't know that Sacramento was predominantly Bloods. I didn't know this.
Yeah, okay.
So, you know, we South Central, we SCC. So we in the back of we in the back, and Brother Lynch back there, and he kind of nervous because he like, man, these dudes finna trip on us. They finna trip on me because, you know, he from Sac.
Okay.
And he a Crip. So everybody like, oh man, ain't nothing gonna happen, you know what I mean? But if something happen, man, it's enough of us back here to where we can kind of stop it.
Mm-hmm.
So we thinking they there for Brother Lynch. So, you know, everybody perform. For whatever reason, we went last. I guess at the time, maybe we had a hot single or
okay,
something.
all right.
Everybody perform. Nobody get rolled on until we get on the stage, and all hell breaks loose.
What?
You know what I mean? All hell breaks loose when we get on the stage. I guess they were saving it for us. You feel me? And we ended up we practically performed. We did our whole show, jumped off the stage, and headed for the door. But you got the whole damn crowd, basically Bloods. And they like, you know, trying to get at us. You know what I mean? In some kind of way, man, we got up out of there. You know what I mean? Didn't nothing happen to us, but you know, that shit was hectic.
Okay.
That was hectic. And you know, it didn't happen a few times, man.
Wow.
But like I said, man, we've been blessed. We've been lucky because we ain't never get caught in the middle of it.
Okay.
We done been, you know, we shot a video. Havoc told we did the video over there on Manchester.
It's a car wide.
Which you see, once again, I grew up around there.
Okay.
A part of my teenage years, I was over there hustling too.
Okay.
So I knew a lot of them dudes. I went to school over there too, so I knew a lot of those.
Where'd you go to school?
I went to elementary school over there.
Okay.
It's a school called Manchester.
Okay.
Over there, and of course I went to Bret Hart.
Okay.
I went to Bret Hart too, and then I ended up finishing up at Fremont.
Okay. All right.
But dude, we in there doing the video, and it's all kind of different, everything up in here. And I knew we wasn't supposed to be over there because at this point, everybody know that I'm over here on the east side, and where I lived, the gang where we did the video, they didn't really vibe.
Okay.
Right. So but that ain't why the drama happened. Of course, the drama happened, I think, because somebody from one hood seen a dude that had did some dirt to him there.
Okay.
And whatever happened. But even before that, some of my homies that I grew up with had came to me and was like, "Pride, yeah,
it's just going down.
Yeah, you know, time to go, bro. You know." So I already knew. So we was already making a V line for the you know, getting up out of there. And right when we got out of there,
it went down.
It went down, man. It went down.
Somebody got killed.
Somebody did. Yeah, somebody did, man. Which is, you know, that's sad. That's unfortunate.
Woo, and it's caught on tape, right?
All on the video.
I gotta look at the video again, man.
You see all that craziness in the video. It's called G's on the Move.
The streets loved South Central Cartel back in the early 90s. And they were buying up their tapes like crazy. All over the country, not just here in LA. All over the country, people were bumping South Central Cartel.
Our first deal, we got only 50 G's. Independent deal.
Right.
Never had a deal before.
Okay.
You know what I mean? We signed the quality. I think they gave us 50 G's.
Okay.
You know, and I think after everything was said and done, you know, Havoc got back some of the money he had invested. You know, that's why I say, man, this investing thing is kind of crazy. Because I feel like that's one of the places where me and Hav had a disagreement at.
What you mean?
Like for instance, because of the fact, say for instance, because Hav, okay, Prod, go do the music.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pay for the apartment. Because we had a cool ass little apartment in Torrance. All right, I'm gonna pay the rent. You go make sure we got dope music, right? So that was the deal.
Okay.
So I did the music. He made sure the damn rent was paid, right? So when we got the deals, Because you know the money didn't start coming until the Def Jam. Once the Def Jam deal happened, you know the floodgates open.
Right.
Floodgates open. So every time we would do a Havoc and Prodigy album, I think they gave us like $120 for one of those albums or whatever.
Okay.
I'm like, all right, dude, we gonna split this right down the middle.
Okay.
Mind you, I'm producing it. Havoc don't rap. I'm rapping the whole album.
So it's basically a solo album.
With Havoc doing intros.
Okay.
But I called it Havoc and Prodigy. It could have been Prodigy and Havoc.
Okay.
I don't give a damn about this shit.
Me? Yeah, okay.
I got, you know, this my guy.
Right.
So you know what? I don't give a damn about what the damn album called. We gonna get 120, 150. We finna split that right down the middle because I appreciate what you did, G.
Okay.
And then later down the line, it's like, you know, it's just people have short memory sometimes, man. This business tend to shit up. Niggas didn't know the business.
Okay.
I didn't know nothing about the business.
Obviously you didn't get no publishing.
I didn't on Quality Records.
Oh no, not Russ Regan. You don't get no publishing.
Listen, on nothing.
Nothing.
The first album, which was the first album, right. Havoc and Prodigy albums.
No publishing.
None.
Writers.
Well, I get my right.
Okay. Right.
Meaning,
okay.
If ASCAP.
Right. The
BMI, whatever, I get that. And I mean, you know, that shit's still cool, decent. That's why I tell you, Havoc knew the business, but he didn't know the business.
Okay.
He did the business, but he didn't know the business.
Okay.
We got fucked. And he got fucked. And he didn't know he was getting fucked. I'm not blaming him for it. He didn't even know he was getting fucked.
Okay.
We all got because we didn't know what the fuck was going on. The Def Jam deal, I got publishing.
Okay.
I got publishing, you know, and they took care of your boy. So you know, on that note, I can't front. Russell took care of me on the publishing side.
Okay.
And I mean, I got cool. I mean, look, dude, I can't complain. I got paid. Whatever I was signed to get,
you got it.
I can't talk about that publishing because that shit just went right over my head. I ain't know nothing about it. I didn't get that.
Okay.
But once we got to Def Jam, we had a lawyer, we had our own group lawyer and everything. He wasn't the best, but he was good enough to get us more than we was getting.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It got a little bit better once we got over there at Def Jam straight. As far as financially went, you know, we still didn't know what the hell we was doing. You know, Havoc was over there handling the business. You know, when we got the deal, Havoc went to New York. I didn't go with him. And I didn't feel nothing about it until later down the line. I'm like, damn, I should have went with that boy. Just to make sure, you know, I was involved because I didn't know the record label. You know, you looking at it like, so Hav go to New York, he get the deal.
Okay.
He know everybody. He done went and met everybody at that. I don't know none of these motherfuckers, right?
Okay.
Russell called me all the time. I only know Russell.
Okay.
At some point in time, Havoc and Russell got into it.
Okay.
Russell was like, I don't want him on nothing. Now, Havoc say that he was on the All Day Every Day album. I don't think he was really on that. I don't know what he talking about. I don't remember him being on none of those songs. Honestly, no disrespect to him. I mean, we might have different recollections.
School is in session, baby, but I don't play. I know you wanted to go to recess, but I take that away. Understand I'm the man, even if you had a plan. If you make 200,000, I'm keeping 100 grand. Wait a minute, because I'm pimping you, bitch. This is America, so why not get rich? When you're searching for your music, you're playing my station. I'm 2 steps beyond, maybe that's the fascination.
1 + 1 = 2. I'm talking you and me, you talking me and you. When we come together, we be feeling absolute. We put one in the air and be feeling so cool. Ooh, ooh. I'm a West Coast rapper from the city of the hub. Everywhere I go, I get that California love. Like I'm the plug, they tryna tap into my energy. When I hit the spot, you know I'm coming with that synergy, replenishing. like Gatorade. Got they levels up and now we 2 steps beyond these lames. Kicking up dust, never running from the smoke. Hold up. We really want the smoke only from Clone God though. Let's go. 1 + 1 = 2. I'm talking you and me, you talking me and you. When we come together, we be feeling absolute. We put one in the air and be feeling so cool.
I'm a Gemini, bitch, so you know what that means. It means that sometime 1 + 1 = 3. I'm a wandering star with 2 grams up in my cigar and a heart with 2 scars. So pardon if I snap, girl, I'm sorry. Bitch, pass me the lighter, I'm about to play Street Fighter. Hot dugan that pussy, like my name Ken Ryu. She says she never kissed a girl, well bitch, tonight you experiment. Put this tablet on your tongue and just enjoy the experience.
1 + 1 = 2. I'm talking you and me, you talking me and you. When we come together, we be feeling absolute. We put one in the air and be feeling so cool. Ooh, ooh.
Comment down below, who are your top 5 favorite groups of all time? Let's go that. That's the poll today. Your top 5 favorite rap groups of all time. Mine, let's see, no particular order. NWA, Bone Thugs and Harmony, Outkast. Damn, who would the other 2 be? I think I would go with EPMD. I love their beats so much. And Dog Pound. Daz and Corrupt. I think those are my top 5. What are your top 5 hip-hop groups of all time? But shout out to South Central Cartel. They definitely did their thing. I appreciate their contribution to this culture I love called hip-hop. And I know Def Jam Records is definitely appreciative of them for helping save their butts. I mean, let's keep it real. The West Coast we had the title, right? 92, 93, 94, 95, 96. We had the title. West Coast had it. Everything that was coming out of the West Coast was going gold. Everything coming out of the West Coast was going platinum. The world was copying our sound. The country was copying our sound, I should say. It was a good time in hip-hop. Probably my favorite era of hip-hop was from 92 to 96, 97-ish. Those 4 or 5 year period. That's my personal opinion. That's just when the music was just, everything that was coming out was great. And everybody sounded different. No one sounded the same. EPMD didn't sound like Outkast. Dog Pound didn't sound like Wu-Tang. Nowadays, everybody sounds the same. And that's one thing that I miss about hip-hop is when everyone tried their hardest to at least be different, sound different, take pride in being different. And that's South Central Cartel all day, man. Yes, they had the gangsta look and all that, but they were lyrically flowing, and there was nothing like them. There was nothing like them at the time. So shout out to them. Shout out to all the other groups out there that kept it real, kept it original. We do appreciate you. If there's anybody that you would like me to cover on my show, Dusty Vision Radio, shoot me a DM. Shoot me a DM to my Instagram, Dusty Vision Radio. If there's a group, if there's a topic, if there's something you want me to cover on my program. If you're feeling a little friendly today, I'd appreciate you throwing me a few bucks, man. You'll see a little $sign right there in the bottom of the chat. Throw your boy a few bucks. Really helps. I'm not begging, but I'm just saying it really helps when I, get a few bucks from the chat fam. So I do appreciate you guys keeping the train going, and I appreciate you tuning in every single Saturday right here to Dusty Vision Radio. 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time if you want to catch this show live. 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And you can always catch it on the playback anytime you want. I'm going to get the heck out of here. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. Talk to you soon. Peace.
I'm at a crossroads every damn day, looking back at my past when I sleep. But living on the edge, not doing enough. Iniquity down to my feet. What do I do when I need a little food and I gotta get the money for the rent? Fall to my knees, pray to the Lord, come on son, he can give me some money, repent. What, thank you. I really love you, baby, so I spank you. Life is a wet straight fucking you up. Living in a prison, I'ma shank you. So what's love got to do with it? When it with my heart on my sleeve, I'm a foe. But she said she loved me, she wanted to hug me under my sheets, so it's get told.
And I spy with my little mind's eye, dreams that are beyond what you can see in daylight. Baby, ignore the rain, and everything gon' be okay. And while the world burns, I'll be near the skyline, and I'll be biding my time till I can ride the wave. Then everything gon' be okay. Yeah. What are the chances? You're picking a flight, we're leaving tonight. Pack up your bags, we're leaving this place and this baggage. Cause what can we do while Rome is collapsing? But not in the day, we'll be okay. Let's hit the off your Jackson. I'll pull up the map then, cause I'm through keeping up with these Joneses. Don't care what they're posting, you know, you only see what they show you. Let's fall off the grid then, cause we don't owe nothing to no one. Darling, just listen and it'll be just like starting over. And I spy with my little mind's eye, dreams that are beyond what you can see in daylight. Baby, ignore the rain, and everything gon' be okay. And while the world burns, I'll be near the skyline, and I'll be biding my time till I can ride the wave. Then everything gon' be okay.
I don't even know why I'm here. Wanna be on a beach somewhere, feet kicked up in my chair, smoke all up in the air, clouds are looking lovely. My girl is by my side, my gun is by my side. But why do cameras always make me look so ugly? And the smile fades when they disappear, till it's only you wishing someone cared. Yelling out the window, is anybody there? Does anybody care? Was the rope in the fucking chair? And since God wanna play these fucking games, I'ma take it there. Bang, bang.
And I spy with my little mind's eye, dreams that are beyond what you can see in daylight. Baby, ignore the rain, and everything gon' be okay. And while the world burns, I'll be near the skyline, and I'll be biding my time till I can ride the wave. Then everything gon' be okay.
Let me slide on in like I hit a home run. Bottom of the ninth, I get the job done. Celebrating life, popping bottles like I wanna. Pour some out for the homies, I'm on ya. Reminisce on your memory every time I blaze a tree. Voices in my head keep on urging me. Telling about the story, hey, they came from the hood. All about the paper, many years misunderstood. Thinking I could one day make it on the big stage. Amazed at what I say, metaphorical wordplay. Fucking up your frequency. Got you moving and grooving to a catatonic state. Nah, stay high, chilling, embracing the vibe. Taking you on a ride, a mission never denied. As long as you recognize the eyes in the sky.
I spy with my little mind's eye, dreams that are beyond what you can see in daylight. Baby, ignore the rain, and everything gon' be okay. And while the world burns, I'll be near the skyline, and I'll be biding my time till I can ride the wave. Then everything gon' be okay.